Well, workers in the U.S. send millions of dollars back to their loved ones in Latin America every year. The World Bank says that in 2010, remittances to developing countries hit a record $325 billion. A key player in those transactions is Western Union. Joining us more is Western Union's President of the Americas, Stewart Stockdale. Welcome to InBusiness.
Thank you very much. Thank you, Margaret.
Talk to us about these flows. You might think that in a tough job market, the amount of money would be going down in terms of cross-border, but is it?
Well, if you look at Latin America, I mean, you have to divide really different markets. Mexico has actually been fairly flat over the course of the last 12 to 18 months. Markets like Central America have actually been growing for us. And then you take a market like Cuba that has actually been growing exponentially due to the change in regulation that the State Department passed in the last 12 months. So we have different markets, but generally remittances are something that are really important to Latin America. I mean, many economies really rely on foreign capital coming in, foreign flows coming in, and in some cases, some economies represent 20, 30, or 40% of their GDP coming in from remittances from the United States and other markets around the world. Right.
Well, I know with Mexico, remittances are what, the second biggest source of revenue aside from the oil industry for that country?
That's right. I mean, it's over $21 billion that flow into Mexico on an annual basis. So it's something that is heavily reliant. And we play our critical role with our brand in sending money from loved ones in the United States to Mexico and, of course, across 200 countries and territories worldwide.
Now, talk to me, though, about how in this country the debate about the control of the border between the U.S. and Mexico may be influencing your business, because there are some who say Mexico, they're reliant on this money coming back to the state, therefore they don't have an interest in stopping the flow of workers into the U.S.
If you look at our average transaction is about $350 from the U.S. to Mexico, and every single transaction gets monitored. So we have a phenomenal compliance department, and in fact, we comply with every regulation, and as you can imagine, we're heavily regulated. I think that the beauty about the remittance business is it really helps so many consumers on both sides of the border, and something that really is important to our consumers in Mexico is that lifeblood that comes in on an ongoing basis from their loved ones in the United States. So if you look at the millions of people that we're helping support on an ongoing basis, it's truly a great value proposition.
And how much does it cost per transaction? $15?
It varies on principle, and in fact, in the U.S. alone, we just repriced our entire business. So our lower band is $5.
Why did you reprice? Because of some of the mobile competitors and others?
No, on the contrary, we're joining with the new emerging channels. What we did is we lowered the lower band, the up to 50, really to more, not so much into a remittance market, to include the remittance market, but also include the gifting category. So our competitors there really were gift cards. Now, even though we're in the prepaid space, we really wanted to price a $50 transaction for about $5, which we thought was a great value proposition.
All right. Well, it's a fascinating thing to track these flows. I know Brazil is also a big bright spot for you. We're going to have to leave it there. Okay. Stewart.
Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. Stewart Stockdale, Western Union.